You have just 1 hour left to make your vote count. We have crews all over the state to bring you the key matchups in this Democracy 2010. Good evening to you. I'm Brendan McLaughlin.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thank you for joining us. Election officials have been pretty happy with the turnout so far, even before today. They say the number of early voters is up 300% from the 2006 election. But our cameras caught many people waiting to get out the vote today. We haven't heard of any major problems, only a couple of polling places opening late. Officials tell us no voters were turned away. And we'll be bringing you live election results as soon as those polls close at 7 o'clock tonight.
And right now we have reporters tracking all the top races to keep you informed. Our Don Germays, Carson Chambers, and Rochelle Ritchie are following the three-way race for the Senate. And in the super close governor's race between Rick Scott and Alex Sink, we have Jeff Butera and Chris Martinez. And perhaps no better place to start than that hotly contested governor's race. The latest poll had Democrat Alex Sink ahead of Republican Rick Scott, 45 to 41%. But the polls have been back and forth. Still, there's lots of optimism at Rick Scott's headquarters in Fort Lauderdale. We begin our team coverage there with Chris Martinez. Good evening, Chris.
Actually, Brendan, it's Jeff Butera down here in Fort Lauderdale, and I will say this, Rick Scott badly wants to be governor. How do you know? The man has spent $73 million of his own money on this race. It's the most expensive governor's race in Florida history. If he wins, it will be the end of a long and strange journey for Rick Scott. Born in Illinois, educated in Missouri, law school in Texas, a successful hospital executive, but also the head of a company that was fined a record $1.7 billion for Medicare fraud. Now he's trying to be Florida's 45th governor. He beat Bill McCollum in the GOP primary by about 40,000 votes. Now he's locked in a very tight battle with Alex Sink. Today he voted in Naples, where he lives. Didn't say much afterwards, just that he plans on a big win tonight and that he will be the jobs governor. Then he continued to tour the state, trying to get out the vote, particularly along the I-4 corridor. Tampa and Orlando are going to be a huge factor tonight. Earlier today, I got a chance to interview a man with a very interesting perspective on Rick Scott. He is Rick Scott's cousin and business partner from Texas. He says Scott planned on running for governor for a long time.
I was surprised, but not, because he takes on different roles. He was a lawyer for quite a while, and then he became businessman, and then actually it's been some time back when he told me about this, and I said, well, congratulations, good for you, and go for it, because I know you'll be good.
And we are live tonight, poolside in Fort Lauderdale, where Rick Scott will stay tonight in the hotel. Inside of the hotel right now, I can tell you there are a number of Rick Scott supporters and a number of Rick Scott's staff. I talked to a couple members of the staff who say he was upstairs working on his speech. That's it from the Rick Scott campaign here in Fort Lauderdale. But now let's go live to Tampa and the Alex Sink campaign and Chris Martinez.
Well, Jeff, at this hour, Alex Sink is making some last-minute rounds with the media here at the Tampa Marriott in downtown. I spoke with her just a few moments ago, and while she says she is confident tonight, even she admits this is still very much anyone's race to win. Take a listen to this.
It's really hard to say. It could swing either way. It could be a dead heat. That's not what I'm worried about right now. What I'm thinking about right now is all those supporters who have worked so hard and made so many phone calls, knocked on so many doors to encourage people to get out and exercise their right to vote for a better future for Florida, and they believe that I'm the best candidate. Could be an early night, could be a late night. I'm just going to enjoy every single minute, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, certainly for me. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would be doing something like this, but I am very committed to serving the people of Florida.
Alex Sink casting her vote this morning at a church in Thonotosassa. She spent much of her day then campaigning throughout Tampa and the Bay Area with many of her supporters, and we expect those supporters and more to start arriving here at this hotel within about an hour or so from now. We will be here all night long. We will continue to bring you updates from the Sink camp on air and online all night. We're live in downtown Tampa. I'm Chris Martinez, ABC Action News.